menu first. Alright guys, welcome. If you just joined this live stream, my name is Antomanz. We're currently playing some Bit Heroes Arena, and it's one of the latest titles of Congress. It's just been released, and honestly, I've been playing this game too much. Slight little bit too much, so to speak. Of course, you can change your hero. If you got any NFT hero, you can just select one of the other ones. Funnily enough, they're not named, but I think that's because you have to select them and create them. Well, this one just says hero. But yeah, select my hero. That's my main one. Confirm. Then I can just close that. Right now, to actually access your character menu, you can see all your like stats, everything that you gain over here. Resistance of stuff. Now, if this is a bit confusing to you, it's fine. It will make perfect sense. But essentially, you got like elements such as ignite, shock, poison, chill, blind, bleed. They all do different things to you, apply different damages to you. And yeah, your armor essentially gives you some resistance against stuff, depending on what it is. You can also reduce attack, so you can see this head reduces damage from piercing from 2 attacks. Obviously, this is level 7. If I had a level 1 item, it starts off at 20%, and I can upgrade it with gold, and can choose to have it display on, display off, which is pretty cool. You might be wondering what all this. Oh, what's that on the top left, top right? What are these like things? Well, these are. I'm not actually sure what they're called. I kind of forgot the name, but I see them as like runes that help augment your gear to just be better. So you can see I can gain some bleed resist from this, damage, less damage taken from magic attacks. This one is 3 because it's a legendary ring. And there's only one way currently to get a legendary ring, guys, and that is to complete your seasonal pass. And if you haven't already, there's still 18,996 days, 18 hours, 40 minutes, 20 seconds. Oh, that goes a second. So you want to just do your pass, guys. You want to do your pass. It's very important. Talk to you very quickly about pets. Name, sure. Now, pets essentially gather these material organic, which I'll just call them runes for now. I have no clue what they're called, but organic and ethereal. That's what this one here gathers. The chicken gathers the scrap and organic. Shout out to Mr. Roasty McChicken. Then you got the little Sadie. Did I call him Sadie, this one? One of them is named. I forgot which one. Not this one. Okay, Ratatouille. So you collect scrap and ethereal. They might be wondering, what the heck is this? What are you talking about, Enter? What? This makes 0 sense. You might as well be speaking a different language, because I don't understand you. It's fine. They got a nice little info button here which explains it, right? Essentially, these are your pet stats. I completely ignore this. It's a bit mostly relevant, unless when they level 3, they have different stats, which is rolled. Let me check. 2.7, I have not actually checked this. So I have another level 3 here. Check stats. 2.7. So it doesn't actually change anything. 0.3 perception range. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Kind of determines how far away pets can detect materials. But these are the known materials, right? Scrap. Tells you exactly which rarity, how to get one of each, what it's actually used. Now, this is actually just used to craft items, the first 4. These are the like ones that give you vision, warmth. They'll give you like resistance and stuff, right? Some of them drop from mobs, some of them drop from heroes, from killing other heroes. So yeah, there's various ways that you can get all of these things. Now I'll tell you why this. So like they're not must-have, but they'll just give you a nice little lead when you're creating stuff in the forge. Now the first step is to obtain the recipe for an item. So these are the recipes that we could try to obtain. So say you wanted, I don't know, let's say we wanted the big legendary. We could just distill that, fail it probably. Yeah, it's fine, distill it, and we'll probably fail it again. But you know what? In good Bit Heroes fashion, we don't give up on clicking. We click and we click until eventually we get it. Now we could melt it. But we're not gonna do that, right? I'm gonna just melt it because I already have one. We really don't need a second one because it will continue to pile up. So you could have many of the same recipes here, which I've crafted, right? So distill, create the recipe to craft the item. You can see that the materials that are needed are kind of like right here, organic. So I could go and check, for example, if we go back to here, see I need 1 Conqueror Soul. I mean, the icon is very small. Maybe we can zoom in. Okay, that completely ruined the UI and didn't really make it much better. So we'll zoom back out. But yeah, essentially you can get this Conqueror Soul. These are obviously ethereal, these are scrap, tells you the type they are, right? So Ghost Elf Spirit, I'm gonna guess that's from the Ghost Elf it drops. The Conqueror Soul probably drops from killing other Bit Heroes Arena participants, right? So that's the materials required to craft it, which quickly go back, check. Name. I'll check this guy, Creature is his name, because we like Creature. He's different perception, this guy, different stats, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, Ghost of Spirit, Conqueror Soul. You see, it drops from hero. That's the only way to get this, right? And most of the epic ones will require you to slay heroes. So get your game on. Now, aside from that, obviously you get stats for upgrading your gear, which we did see this. So if I have some piece of gear here, we tried to swap out with the helmet. You saw that I could go here and upgrade it, right? Because these are locked until I upgrade my gear. But it's actually very, very easy to upgrade the gear. You just need gold and you just max it out. But honestly, I would try to use the most basic gear. Don't try to upgrade everything. Just use one set of gear, and then crafting gear is much better. And because much better is because you're going to get these extra attributes. Minus 2 damage, minus 2 damage, which isn't a lot. But I mean, it's min-maxing, and if you're going to do it, you might as well. And that's where these modifiers are going to come in. So giving yourself, you see you have different rarity. If I go monster scale, right? It will give me 40% chance to be a minor quality, right? And that's minus 2 damage. Now the way you would get a greater perfect would be to, well, be using higher rarity of stuff, which would give you better chance at greater. See how it's 40% chance minor, 40%, 45% chance major? Well, guess what? We can easily change this by just putting an epic one in, and the chance should be higher to get greater. Voila, just like that, guys. So obviously my gear is not perfect because these rolled a 2, as you can see. This one rolled a 3, which is perfect. And this one was the one I want from the thing, so I haven't upgraded it. But yeah, you can get a lot of pretty good things, and it kind of explains to you what they do. Thing of grounding gives you shock resist. So the first one will always be like a flat damage resistance. What if I change this to cleansing? This will give you poison resist. So this is like resistance against elements of stuff, right? Bleed goes up to 35% reduced, which is awesome. But let's not be nerds, guys. So that's pretty much how the shop works. There is a new 4-hour boost, increases your battle points by 10%, which is cool. We like battle points, and if it's by 10%, it's even better. So let's just get into a game. Hopefully we can find someone lurking around. And if we can't, then well, we'll get the good old alt out. Now guys, this info is very limited, and do not share it around because, well, let's just say they'll be out to get me otherwise. So we'll get all these potions. I've changed my controls a little bit, but essentially this is what the cool kids go, yeah? So if you're gonna be chilling like a cool guy, boom, come right there, get stuck on the rock. Because we all know the House of Gorban is the best house, and they don't know this. They thought they fixed me being able to escape the map, but no, I'll find a way. I'll always find a way. Yeah, so I changed my controls, so it's like more similar to what I use when I'm playing League, because I'm just so used to these controls. But you got a lot of useful controls here. They're not exactly like set per se. So you interact. If it's feeling a little bit awkward, you can just go here and change your things in your settings. But I like having my map on tab instead of going all the way pressing M. Just doesn't do it for me. And H hide UI is really cool as well. Full screens it. Not sure what it's done to the stream. Yeah, that works. But obviously it hides the UI. You can't like see what's actually going on. Alright, let's free ourselves. But that's the spot, guys. That is the spot. Now, if there's another trick, I will tell you this, is that you can see different weapons. You can do different amounts of damage. So let's test it. One hit on this guy. That didn't do very much damage, but you can actually charge a hit, and it will do more damage. You see the health bar difference? Well, you will do more damage. Also, if you hit them from the back, you will do much more damage. That guy was almost one-shotted, that Ghost Arch. Let's hit him from the front, fully charged. Oh. You will do more damage if you're hitting them from behind. That is a mechanic. There is some weird like hitbox stuff. There are some walls you can go through one way, but not the other way. So that's pretty much the quick rundown on Bit Heroes Arena. The UI and how everything works. So we'll try and get into some matches and stop the recording. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.